Okay, my name is Francesco, and this is our baked creme brulee recipe. I've already gone ahead and done the mise en place for it. We have our heavy cream that I weighed out using our scale, as well as our vanilla extract in there. We have our 2 eggs, we have our sugar, we have our ramekins, and we have the container which we will be using to place them while they're in the oven. The oven's preheating for 325. And we have the water that I'll be placing after, obviously, we fill all those. So first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and put this on the stove top to go to a simmer, and then we will go ahead and beat the eggs and sugar together. This should be a rather quick video, but yes, we're just going to go ahead and put the sugar and the egg yolks together. Gone ahead and become homogeneous. We'll wait for that to come up to a simmer. Be sure to make sure this stays homogeneous and does not separate too much. And then afterwards, we will go ahead and temper our mixture with the eggs, and that's what we'll come back to. Our milk and vanilla extract mixture has gone ahead and started simmering. We'll go ahead, take this off the simmer, slowly add a little bit of our hot mixture into the eggs, and then continue to add a little bit by bit while making sure it remains homogeneous. Until it is all incorporated. And also so as to ensure that the eggs do not become clumpy and cook. Now that makes up the entirety of our milk and vanilla extract mixture. I've gone ahead and set up a little sieve, and then we're going to be straining this into our rather large measuring cup, so that way we have it to pour in our ramekins. Just lightly whisking it to get any more of the liquid out without pushing through anything that might be more solid. This is our custard mixture that we will be placing in our 2 ramekins right here. The video stated that it should be about 3/4 full. I make quite a bit of creme brulees at work with the torch. The only thing is I wish I had my own torch, but I don't. So to finish these guys off, I will be throwing them in the oven using the broiler and monitor the sugar composition on top, just so that way it does not burn. Now, even with the 3/4 margin on both of these, it does seem as though we do still have some left. That being said, I did go ahead and use the entire thing out. This would be great to go ahead and make maybe another one after these are done, just in case Do we have any errors or if any water gets in? Now that being said, I never trust myself to put the water in afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and at least start to put the water in and then add them. That's about half. We'll add just a little bit more. Okay, that should be about perfect. Now we have both of our ramekins 3/4 full with our mixture, and we're gonna go ahead and throw that in the oven, which has gone ahead and preheated. Okay, so creme brulee has it took about 40 minutes. I'm glad it says to go ahead and check it early, just because if I would have let it run from 45 to 50, it would have probably burned or been the improper consistency. But it works. It is pretty much perfect in terms of still being a little bit jiggly in the center, but the rest being completely well formed. It is currently cooling in the water, and it seems like it thickened up really well, which is good. So all that's really left to do is let this cool, and then after it's cooled to a reasonable temperature, to throw it in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours, and then quite possibly throw it in the broiler to finish it off. I'm not necessarily sure whether or not we're supposed to show the finished product if we're using the broiler or otherwise, because the video and the modules did just show the finished cooked product. But I'm going to try my best to include that, so that way we can see it from start to finish. Again, it sucks that I'm having to use the broiler because I don't have a torch, but actually going out and getting the torch is something I can't really do because of work and a lot of other commitments that I'm currently part of. But it seems like it's been really cool, and I'll be more than happy to discuss like what it tastes like, as well as what I feel, how it compares to what I present at work, both aesthetically and then also through flavor and such. So this is our final product after broiling. I put a little bit too much sugar. Normally that wouldn't necessarily be an issue with the torch, because you can like cut back and then also add more, but broiling did seem a little bit harder when it came to this, since it didn't necessarily do the sugar evenly. That being said, there is a pretty solid top to this, and I bet you it'll be delicious.